Coach, 8 seed going into the number 1 seed's ballpark last week and going 3-0 to win your half of the bracket. It's how would you describe your team's performance and just what it is you came in with attitude-wise going into last weekend?
I felt like we had something to prove, and we went out and proved it. I think all year long we knew that we had the team to do it, but we put it together at the right time, and that's something we talked about. It all just kind of fell into place. But we talked about that a lot of let's be playing well. Let's make sure we get into the tournament and then playing well at the right time. Once you realize you weren't going to be a number 1 or number two seed, then it's just let's get in, and no matter where we go, we got a chance to win the thing.
I know Skip Bertman always would talk about good fortune. That top of the first inning with the fly ball that gets lost in the sun, the inside the park home run for Callaway. How do you think that maybe kind of helps set the tone for then what happens for your team the rest of the week?
Definitely, like Coach Bertman said, and I played for the guy that was under Coach Bertman, and he used to tell us, Coach Wells used to tell us all the time, to win the tournament, you got to be good, but you also got to have some luck. And by being prepared, you create your luck and all that. But yeah, that set the tone. I think that got it rolling, and then we scored some more runs, and then it just kind of it snowballed. As quick as it can snowball downward for you when you're doing bad, it can do the same thing when you're doing good. And we got the momentum, and we just kept riding the momentum the next couple of days.
You started fast on Thursday, then you finished fast in the championship game on Saturday. How do those last 2 innings perhaps help lead you into what's coming this weekend in Houston?
I think the belief, either way, I know we finished fast, and we got to continue that, carry that over. Obviously, with the visiting team, the first game, we need to go out and try to score first, because when we score first, we got a good chance. But I think the belief of knowing that we were still in that game the other night when it was 8-2, and then it got 8-4, and then you just see the dugout was like, here we go. And then, we were up 3 runs there, and then, with this guy on the mound, I still don't think there was ever anybody in that dugout thought that we weren't going to get it done. We were all still going, all right, let's get this last out, and that's what happened. So I carry that belief and carry that love for each other. These guys, it's you can sit here. I've said many a times that teams that help each other out, that care about each other. You can see it. You can see it in the dugout how these guys really, really like each other, and that's a big part of it, because everybody's good now, and you have to have some kind of edge, and our edge is the belief that and never quit. Now that's taken us a little while to get there, but we've done a much better job of having that belief and having that attitude.
You mentioned that guy on the mound, and Bryce has done a lot for you this year. Who can you compare him to in your career, being around the game here, and what do you think that wherever he ends up down the road, what does he bring to the table?
He reminds me of a guy that had in '97 at Alabama, Roberto Vaz, who coached at LSUE for a while. Who I think Roberto was more of a starter, but Callaway could start too, and Roberto, kind of same personalities. The belief that they have, being around Roberto, even though we didn't play together, but played against each other in pro ball, and would always go back and work camps, and we're still close to this day. What he picks up watching the pitcher. Somebody said the other day that it's like Bryce knows what's coming. I'm like, well, he studies the game. He's watching the game, which is, that's what you did back 20 years ago, where nowadays they got a little more stuff to distract them and all that. But he's a guy that does that. He pays attention to what's going on, and then he's talented enough to go do it. But that's probably a guy he reminds me close of is Roberto Vaz, who was a outstanding two-way guy for Alabama.
No question. You swept this team at home in the regular season. That was a while back. Now you got to go play them on their field. How much do you even take from what happened a couple of months ago into this weekend?
I don't think you. I mean, it's postseason now. It's just like we told them last week going into Southeastern. it's 0-0, just like Southeastern was, just like Northwestern State was. So it's a new season. I think if you throw, a lot of, hey, we swept them, we should be able to do this, or I think that only, clouds their mind or whatever. What Houston Christian did going in to, we hadn't played there, but hearing how tough that place is, that they went and won that regional like Southeastern. So they're going to be gung-ho, and they're at home, and they got something to prove just like we do. And so I don't think there's really advantage. If they would have swept us, and we'd probably feel the same way. We got to go in and play well and continue to play good baseball.
With everything this program has been through over the last few months, what would winning 2 games this weekend and getting back to the NCAA tournament mean?
I think it'd be huge. It's stuff that we talked about that can happen, and to see the belief and being here 4 years, but having relatives from New Orleans and them always talking about how New Orleans always survives, always somehow, through the hurricanes, through everything, they always survive, and that's the same with us. Right? We're gonna survive this, and we're gonna make people proud, and make our alumni and our supporters proud of the team that we're putting on the field. And it would be huge, and I think more so than anything, like I say, what we gone through, but it's on the up and up. That could be just another thing that kick-started to being, back the way it was.
Best of luck this weekend.
All right, thank you very much.